my personal favorite, which is Laurent Ferrier.
Ha! You did this for so many years. Why choose that brand? You get nothing in common with AP.
NOMOS. The Germans?
Yep. The terrorist watch, the Osama bin Laden watch.
No other brand could even come close to doing that.
They cannot throw the best watches, so they're throwing the best parties.
They really put beauty first as a brand, and they're killing it.
I agree.
Welcome to Plus or Minus, the horological debate show about the best and worst of the watch industry. I'm Thomas Hendricks.
And I'm Balazs Ferenczi, co-host of Fratello on Air.
Balazs, thanks for dressing up today. Appreciate the effort.
Yes, business casual, I guess. You don't like it?
It's good.
It's a nice
Not
hoodie.
enough taco meat. It's my strategy for today.
Go for
Chest
it.
hair only. Okay,
Go
final
for it.
start.
Go for it.
Best Speedmaster Special Edition.
Speedy Tuesday 1.
Yeah? Why? Why? For those at home that might not know.
Speedy Tuesday 1 was the first Speedmaster Professional that had a fully brushed case instead of a polished case. It's the first reverse Panda, and it is a collaboration between Fratello watches and Omega. So that's always going to be my favorite. This is really, really a special watch. It has a lot of firsts. That was the first modern one, I think, with an applied logo instead of a print logo. As I said, the case was different, the bezel was different, the handset was different, the dial was different. It was the first one that was released on social media. So you had to go online and just kind of see it on social, go on the website and then book one instead of going into a boutique and request one or buy one or go into waitlist or whatever. Yeah, but that's my favorite.
A little biased, but acceptable.
Very biased, but for a reason.
I'm gonna go Tintin.
Nice, yes.
I like the kind of playful tie-in that they
Yes.
have with the comic book series, and just the dial is a killer.
Gorgeous.
I mean, it really took off in price like 3-4 years ago or something like that.
It's crazy, huh?
It used to be very affordable, and now it's not
3,000?
very affordable.
No.
Yeah, I've always been a fan, and it's kind of harkens back to like the racing aesthetic of the earlier Speedmasters. Some of the other racing ones I'm not crazy about, but the red and white, kind of, yeah, always does it for me.
Tintin is I missed that train, sadly. I remember it was like 2,000, 3,000 euros. I was like, yeah, it's okay. And now it's just crazy expensive. And I don't mind that I missed it because it's crazy expensive. I just mind it because I think it's a very cool watch. Whoever owns one, kudos to you. You did a good job.
Your turn.
Worst Speedmaster Special Edition.
We have a lot of options to choose from here. The one that I never really understood, and it's ironic because my best one was Tintin, which is like a comic book fun kind of thing. The one that I never really got was the Snoopy, of course.
Which one?
The most recent one with the
blue one?
Yeah. The case back in concept I liked it, but in execution I've never really been a fan of it. Yeah, the blue on the silver white kind of dial is just not a good look, I would say. So it's, again, I don't have like, you know, a whole doctoral thesis on why I hate it. It just does not do it for me.
Yeah, I think after the first one, which was just basically a black one with the little Snoopy, you know, in one of the subdials, the second one was a big, second was a big difference. This one, I think they wanted to do something better.
Take that one and kind of
up the ante, but
dial it up a little bit.
Yeah, that didn't work. I agree with you. For me, it's probably some of the mission patch models, because I just thought that those are a bit easy, you know? Just take a mission patch, put it on a dial, take another mission patch, put it on the dial, the same place. Let's just say that Omega became much more creative with limited editions since the mission patch era. I mean, I like the mission case. That was insane. To see that case with all the watches in there, that's epic. But I just found those mission patch models a bit boring.
So you think they work better like as a series than like individual
I would
models?
think so, yeah. I would think so. And they even have the ones that you only have just, you know, the inscription on the sides of the case. And those are not too creative.
You think it felt more like necessary than fun, let's say?
Yeah, it's almost like we have to do something. Oh, let's put it on a dial in the mission. Okay, cool, boom, and then it's easy to do, right? Whereas with the Snoopy, even if you don't like it, or the white one, the Speedy Tuesday, the Ultraman, there's so many cool stuff happening. The mission patch is not for me.
Not enough of a risk to like be super cool. All right, what do we got next? Best brand to party with.
NOMOS.
NOMOS. The Germans?
Yep.
The like minimalist Germans, that's your answer?
Wait for it. Wait for it. The one brand that threw a party before Baselworld started, before the first day was NOMOS. People who arrived early, they were still not tired, they were still not, hangover, whatever, they would all come. So that was the first day or the first night I would see all my friends from all over the world. And it was a relatively big room, but it was always packed with people. Collectors, journalists, people from other brands. So that was a very special way to start the Baselworld week. Maybe not the coolest. You saw a lot of weird stuff, the Germans. But in terms of ambiance and in terms of who you were there with, I have to say NOMOS. Now, if you ask me which brand threw the best party, Zenith does really good parties.
I've heard.
Yeah, but I say NOMOS for me, for the people, for the community.
Fair enough. For the ones I've been to, I went to a cool Seiko one time. It was like in Brooklyn in a warehouse, and there was like skateboards and a DJ. It was very Brooklyn. It was good. Most of them are like very stuffy. You're in the boutique, you get a glass of champagne, and you talk to the same 20 hoity-toity little collectors and stuff like that every time. My actual answer, I'm actually going to steal someone else's answer. Our buddy Christian Hagen. I remember hearing him talk about Hublot throwing the best parties, which kind of made sense when you think about it. I mean, their clientele could probably name more Pitbull songs than they could works of literature.
That's what they say, they cannot throw the best watches, so they're throwing the best parties.
They know who they are. They know who they are.
You can have the lamest party as long as Hagen's there. It's going to be fun. Oh, it's me. Best G.A.D.A watch, so go anywhere, do anything watch.
G.A.D.A.
G.A.D.A.
Admittedly, I kind of hate this category because I like special watches for special occasions. You really have to go kind of best of both worlds, which means you don't really do either one all that well, between like dress and sport kind of thing.
Yeah.
But if I had to choose one, I would go Explorer 1. One, it's a very recognizable brand, very reputable, and it just kind of fits into whatever circumstance it's in. It's a little more minimal, a little dressier than your typical Rolex sport model. You have the water resistance, but it's not like over the top, kind of like Daytona sportiness or like sub sportiness. And it's a strap monster. You put it on the NATO, you put it on a leather strap, you put it on the bracelet, it's gonna look good regardless.
I was about to say you can dress it up, dress it down. For me, I wrote an article about this and I said my transitional Speedmaster, that was my first vintage Speedy, and I took that watch to a lot of things.
Vacations too?
Vacations, business trips, certain events in my life that were important to me. The watch, I was wearing the watch deliberately, that watch, so I kind of connected it to
So you have gone everywhere and done everything?
Pretty much. And I got a lot of comments saying, you cannot do everything with this watch. Yes.
Swim, for example?
Yeah.
Some people say.
But like if I think of my G.A.D.A watch now, it's probably the G-Shock that I always I pick it up, I just throw it in my bag, and when I travel, I wear it all the time because I don't want to don't want to travel with my expensive watches.
Yeah.
So I travel with the G-Shock.
You don't have to pack it up.
Yeah, I drive with the G-Shock when I'm taking the train, plane, whatever. So you can swim with it. It's the Bluetooth version, so you can connect it. It changes the time if you travel to another country. So it's my G-Shock 5600.
I thought about that, but the only thing you can't do is go out to a nice dinner in that watch. You look like,
if you care.
You look like they're going to give you the kids menu.
Exactly, but I don't care.
Best brand ambassador.
Ooh. So I'm sorry to say, but I have to go back to Omega again.
Yeah, go for it.
Because I think that he's been with the brand for so many years now, and that's George Clooney. And he kind of aged with the brand, and I mean it in the best way possible.
Man ages well. I mean,
yes. He's very friendly, he's very genuine, he's very approachable. Yes, he probably gets a lot of money for being a brand ambassador.
I would hope so.
Hello, good morning. But to me, it feels that he really enjoys that. Other than the money, of course he gets nice watches, but not that George Clooney can buy whatever watch he wants. But he really enjoys being with the people, being in the community as much as he's in, or as much as, Omega puts him in the community. Whereas, and I hate to say this, I was always a Michael Schumacher fan, really always, and he was with Omega for a long time. And then he went to AP, and it was kind of like, Michael, you did this for so many years, why choose that brand? You get nothing in common with AP. Of course, you're a millionaire, you can buy AP, but then it was just not natural, was not genuine, and I don't like that. I think Brad Pitt was a very good Breitling guy, even though I don't see Brad Pitt wearing Breitlings.
Yeah.
But I think he kind of worked.
I would say the same thing about David Beckham as well. He's not my choice, but I would say the same thing.
A good point, yeah.
Mainland's good to watch, and Tudor's not a bad thing.
No, it's a good point, yeah. I mean, he also wears Rolex.
British,
it's a good point, yeah.
I'm gonna go, I think right now Ryan Gosling's killing it. He's bringing a sense of humor to it, which for like old Swiss brands doesn't often jive, but it's working for him. And I mean, Tag Heuer needs it, honestly.
Yes.
But for my official answer, I'm gonna go not an IWC fan per se, not a Mercedes fan per se, but I love Lewis Hamilton and the collaboration that they have there. I know he kind of like inherited that just by being on the team, but you like a brand ambassador that you feel like is just a good person, and I feel like he qualifies for that. And he creates nice moments for them, like when there was the jewelry ban, or however you want to call it, against the F1 drivers in the interviews. Man shows up in 3 IWCs.
Yeah.
So he's really stepping into his role, even though he was more adopted into it instead of chosen himself. What does that say?
Best independent brand.
Ooh, I'm gonna go with my personal favorite, which is Laurent Ferrier.
Ha! God, almost said it.
Yeah?
Because
Okay,
I wanted to go with him too, but I listen.
Okay,
I'll listen.
Just the way that they design their watches is amazing. They do a lot with very few elements. As far as proportions go, I don't think any brand does better, maybe Cartier. The precision that they dialed in, all the elements, it really sings together.
Yeah.
And especially the handset that they've chosen with the Masai spears. I have found Masai spears late night online and have them in my shopping carts. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them in my apartment.
Put it on your wall.
Yeah, why not? Great inspiration there. I think, case-wise, dial-wise, individual elements within the watch. I like the movements as well, or, the movement decoration, I should say. They really put beauty first as a brand, and they're killing it.
I agree. I have to agree.
Are you gonna say the same one as me? You don't have to.
I really love Laurent Ferrier. Not only the watches, but also the person. It's an amazing story what he had and has. But I'm gonna go with Ressense. That's another brand that I kind of like.
Very unique brand,
Very
which
unique.
which is hard to do at any level.
Yes, and very small brand still.
Yeah.
Like very approachable, friendly people.
Not a lot of watches floating
No,
around.
not a lot of watches. And I really like the design. I like the look. I like how it looks. I like how it feels. I like the complication, even though it's not a complicated complication. I really love an auto luxury brand that brings something new, like HYT,
Yeah.
like Ressense, like MB&F.
I mean, all 3 of those brands, no other brand could even come close to doing that, because even within the solar system of that, you're going to be a ripoff, basically. They've gone so far in a certain direction, no one can copy that.
But then you look at a time-only dress watch, and Laurent Ferrier does that nobody else does. And Recipe does that nobody else does. And the Laurent Ferrier and Recipe, they don't look the same. So I think that's the beauty about auto luxury, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's what you're paying for, is like the completeness of an idea.
Agreed.
Cool. Best quartz watch. You have an Oyster quartz.
I'm not gonna say that's the best quartz watch. I could say one of the Grand Seiko models, but I'm also not gonna say that. I love a very basic, very fun Casio F91W.
Wow. The terrorist watch?
The terrorist watch, the Osama bin Laden watch,
think that name's-
the Ryan Gosling watch. He also wore one.
A lot of people have worn it, yeah.
There's so many celebrity watches.
Maybe not most notably Ryan Gosling, but
Yeah.
it's like $10 or something.
Yeah, it's $15. That's awesome. The classic one, like the black one with the black plastic rubber strap, not the metal ones, the lifestyle, but not the cheapest one.
I don't like when Casio gets too fancy with it.
It has a light, man.
Yeah, that's all you need.
So
GMT doesn't have a light.
nope,
Barely even got lume at this
no,
point.
absolutely. No, that's the best quartz watch in my opinion.
I'm gonna go deep cut here, more expensive than what you did. IWC Yacht Club. Have you seen that one? It's a integrated bracelet watch. I'm not sure what time period. I've done very little
Probably
research on this.
late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, probably. Has, a Genta-esque kind of effect, but much sharper design than the Ingenieur, I would say. It's like a very sleek, very like knife edge kind of watch that doesn't fit with the name, to be honest. It's not like a preppy, like regatta timer kind of thing. I do love the name and I do love the watch kind of separately, but I think, if IWC is looking for, let's say like a down market Ingenieur secondary option, this would be perfect. I mean, it'd be great as mechanical as well. It's just a 3-hander, I believe. Yeah, IWC Yacht Club, real hitter. I would also give an honorable mention to another IWC, which we talked about a couple days ago, which are like the kind of tritium, like chronograph alarm kind of ones with like the titanium cases and the bracelets all. It's in the super neural crowns.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would go deep cut IWC as general, Yacht Club, and then, they're more like kind of aviation-ish kind of ones.
Yeah, so the problem I have with expensive quartz watches is that it's like a ticking time bomb.
Yeah.
You know, it's $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 until it's boom, gone. And then if you can have it repaired, cool. Then it's going to be expensive. If not, and that's why I really love the marine chronometer, like the Omega, you know, the square, the marine chronometer kind of thing. That was really beautiful. Or the Albatross, which is like the analog, not digi, but next to each other. It's all cool, but they're a pain in the back to service, and so have to be careful. So I would stick with the Casio. But I like the IWC. It's a cool one.
Yeah, two different answers.
Yeah,
Both good.
is it me? Yes.
Yeah.
It's me.
Second to last.
All
The
right.
penultimate card.
Oh, best stealth wealth brand.
Ooh, a little quiet luxury. So 2023. I'm going to go with JLC. If you look at interviews with the costume designer for Succession, that's what Big Papa Logan Roy wore. So, you know, that's kind of proof of concept in and of itself, basically. JLC, you know, great history as far as a movement maker. You know, you can take the models in several different directions. I'm not a huge sport watch JLC kind of fan. It's one of those things where the details are very nice. You get up close to them. Everything's well balanced. It's well considered. And even the name itself, if you're out to dinner with someone who's not really a watch person, they look at that and they're like, what's the brand? And you go, and then they're like, they don't even know where to begin with that sort of thing. So it's one of those things, doesn't look like much, but it is a lot of meat on the bone.
So it's like the Brunello Cucinelli of watch brands.
Perfect, yeah. You're wearing, you know, like a $400 shirt that just feels like butter, but it just looks like a black polo or something.
Okay. I'm trying to think, but it's not understated luxury, unfortunately. But
Richard Mille?
No, a bit classier than that, but I'd say Breguet.
Oh, perfect, yeah.
Breguet.
Damn, I should have said that.
A thin dress watch, 2 hands, Breguet numerals.
Yeah.
Typical Breguet hands, leather strap, white gold, so it looks steel.
Yeah.
Bright dial, like a silvery dial, you know.
And another example, like across the room, just looks like any old white dress watch, and then you get up close and it's like, there's a whole world of detail in there.
Indeed, and that's one of those watches I think that you can, if you put it on a 60 or like an 80-year-old Papa Roy, or if you put it on you, even if you put it on me, maybe not with the hoodie or with the hoodie.
A little high-low, yeah.
Yeah, it still looks very, very cool.
Yeah.
It depends on the strap, I have to say.
Yeah, I'm not a shiny black alligator.
No. But you put it on like an Alcantara strap or like a suede strap, it could really, really, that wouldn't say dress it up, but completely change the look of the watch.
Yeah, fair.
And so, Breguet for me.
Solid. Wish I would have said it myself. Best bracelet.
I have to say I love some of the vintage Omega bracelets, 1171, 1162 and those things. I like the Forstners, even though Forstners are a bit edgy. But I'm gonna say what I really, really find special is I have for this one, and that's the folded Jubilee, the original folded Jubilee from the 60s.
Very comfortable. I love a folded bracelet.
If it's gone, then it's just like that, so you have to have it fixed. But when it's nicely done and repaired, it just, folded Jubilee.
Okay. I would go, I'm gonna go deep cut on this. There was a time when you and I were in Tokyo and we were bopping around to boutiques and we went into one tiny little store, which is not very specific for Tokyo, but we saw a certain Patek Philippe integrated bracelet watch, not a NOMOS or anything like that, but the Neptune.
Yeah.
And it's got these kind of like beads of rice kind of thing, but it's alternating between like smooth and striations effect. I don't know. I think it really makes that watch. I think it really fits with, you know, the ethos of what they were going for. You look at the back, you know, it's like articulated very well, so it's gonna be very comfortable.
You can like almost turn the watch like upside down and just wear it as a bracelet.
Oh, perfect, yeah, which I think is the best compliment you can give a bracelet. On the affordable end, I would definitely go Santos. I think that's a major reason why people buy a Santos. And it's just, you know, because it is brick by brick, as you move your wrist, it goes bam, 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 up to the watch, which I think is great. So yeah, high-end Neptune, affordable Santos.
If affordable, even though I'm not sure how affordable that is, the Doxa Sub 300T vintage bracelet that offers so much. It has a micro adjuster, it has these expandro links. It's just super cool. If you find one in like fully working condition, which is very hard.
All right, we'll end it here. Balazs Ferenczi, Thomas Hendricks. This has been plus or minus the Horological Debate Show about the best and worst of the watch world. We'll see you next time.